want to do one thing this weekend, which is really work on kind of brightening up your night. You know, it matters, right, when it comes to security, how much light you have around your house. We have the perfect way to not only get light around your house, this is motion activated lights that work in conjunction with each other. So this is not just a lighting system, this is a lighting and security system all bundled into one. It is truly an incredible idea. Mr. Beams does it. It's a 2-pack of wireless 200 lumen security lights. They don't usually tell you what the lumen is on a security light because a lot of times they're not that bright, especially when they're wireless like that. These are battery operated, they are nice and bright, and they talk to each other. Now here's what you can do. You can expand this up to 50 lights per network. You can even have one grouping here and another grouping here, and we have right over here Peter Kilcullen, who's going to come in and join us because we're going to give you a 2-pack of this security and lighting system that is motion activated, it is wireless for $44.95, 5 flex payments.
Pretty nice.
Absolutely an incredible opportunity and available in black and white. But I think the most important part is I'm not sure I've ever seen them where they work in conjunction with each other.
Exactly. It's such a simple way to network these. And I want to tell everyone, so I just started presenting this item on HSN, but I was a customer long before that. I bought 2 sets about a year ago, and they have proved to be amazing. I have one by the front door, so if you walk up to on the little porch there by the front door, the light comes on. But at the very same time, the lights will come on to the entrance to the backyard and the gate on the left, and the entrance to the backyard and the gate on the right, and one also comes on conveniently right over the barbecue grill. So I have 2 sets.
Little critters.
So right, every time
right?
I walk out to the barbecue grill, that light will come on, and all the others, or anyone comes up to the front door. So they're just amazing, convenient lights that are going to really provide light when you need it in those areas like the barbecue grill, but really providing that perimeter of security is really nice. And it's buildable, meaning that you can get a set today, you could get 2 sets today, then you could add 2 more in a few weeks from now. And you never have to think about, well, how am I going to get power back there? How am I going to be able to install these lights? 2 screws to install, I should say 3 screws to install, and 2 minutes to put these in. They're battery operated. And here's what's so cool about the batteries. If you're thinking, wait a minute, I have to use batteries, these batteries with normal use are going to last a year. Mine have lasted longer because they don't get activated all the time. They only get activated through motion and when it's dark out. So let's show everyone exactly what we can do. I know we can bring down our lights. So I'm gonna put these down so there's no motion, because when the lights go down, they're gonna pick up that motion. But look at this, just imagine walking in your yard and light after light goes on to bring you up to the house, whether it's the back of the house or the front of the house. So Alice, I've got lights here in front of us, and I've got this one sort of just tilted down so we don't accidentally set this off. So when I pick this light up and I wave my hand in front of it, you're gonna see that the lights behind me, this one is now lit, and then I have a set over here, you can see behind me, that have all just lit up. So that's how simple and easy it is. Now, Alice, you have one in front of you. These are all on a network. So I have 4 lights on a single network. Now, you have the other one. So when you pick that up,
all right,
and
here we go.
You put some motion in front of it, so you wave your hand in front of that, it's gonna activate the other lights. So not only did it activate the 4 lights in front of us, it activated 3 more lights behind you, Alice, on that side.
Wow.
So those 3. So just right there, we had those 8 lights on a single network, and I had 4 lights on a separate network. When you talk about building that perimeter, that ring of security, this is such an easy way to do it. Installation is a breeze, and you're gonna get a look at it right here. You position that mounting bracket, then you have all the different positions to put the light, to tilt it down. So imagine, we just saw that where they were mounting it this way. I can mount the light up and underneath, and then you have a small hinge right here, so I loosen that. And now I'm able to direct that light wherever. Let me loosen it a little bit more, so I can put that light wherever I want it. So imagine it this way. Imagine it, if you wanted it here, you can direct it any way you want. However you want to put this light, it is going to be perfect. And here's what we have. We have that motion sensor. We have the day-night sensor, so it's not going to sense that motion during the day. It only activates at night. It's going to be able to activate that motion up to about 35 feet. It's going to light up a 600 square foot area. So when you're talking about security, now when we think about security, Alice, I think for me, it's not just, hey, if someone comes up to the house. You know what makes you feel secure, I think most of all, is how about when you get home and it's dark? I know that when I come home and you pull into the driveway, if it's completely dark, it's a little concerning, right? So imagine you could come up to your driveway, you could activate one of these lights, and at the very same time, it's going to activate a light by the front door. So when you walk up to the front door, that's going to be lit. These are all the areas that you want it to be nice. What if you just want to go outside in the backyard? You go into the backyard, and as soon as you walk out there, maybe just to let the dog out, a light comes on, and then you can walk around the side of the house, and that light comes on as well. And all of them can come on if we activate any single one of these lights.
If you connect all of them, then they can all come on. I mean, you could literally have up to 50 lights, which
amazing.
Is a tremendous amount, because I'm not sure the coverage area of this, but you can see it gives off a big spotlight. I mean, we're talking about, what, 200 lumens? 200 lumens. Each one. So if you want them to work together, look at this. They all come on all together if you want them to. And if you don't want them to, what do I do, Peter? If I want them to work independently.
Yeah, so you have two networks. So if you bought a single 2-pack today, you could have the lights just run independently, like they wouldn't talk to each other. That's kind of what we're saying, that they talk to one another. But if you wanted them, if any single one is activated and you want the other to activate, you can do that as well. 2 separate networks, and I'll show you that. I can open this up, and you've got your batteries in there. You pop those batteries in. Remember, these batteries are going to last up to a year. And then there's just a little switch right here. So you have the number 1 and number 2. Okay. And those are both the networks. You turn network 1 on or you turn network 2 on, you can do that. You're able to use those networks so you can have separate lights coming on. I mean, I like the idea of just all the lights coming on in a single network.
Me too.
Right. So
I want it all.
Right.
If I'm out walking the dog, I want every light on. I want to be able to see almost like it's daytime. You know,
why not?
Why not? When it's this affordable. I mean, you're looking at two of these for $44.95. This is your lighting system. This is your security system. I mean, how fabulous is it to have it where it's motion activated, it is completely wireless, so you don't have to worry about a single thing, and you can put this on 5 flex payments. So if you want to do a few sets, then do the sets you want today and take advantage of that flex payment. The way that you're able to take them and you can decide how to angle them. Mr. Beams is in the lighting business, okay? They're so good at it. But what I haven't seen is where they make a complete system. So if I put this one on one, and I put this one on one, and I put this one on one, they will all come on at the same time.
No matter which one gets activated through motion, if it senses motion, all 3 lights are going to come on. So just think about how how secure that's going to make you feel when you come up to your house. Or when I'm sitting in the living room, or a little TV room, I should say, I can see the light when it activates. So if that light activates just outside that window, well, I know that there could have been motion at any of those lights, but I know that all the lights have now come on. So if you're someone who's approaching a house and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 lights come on, you're going to turn around and go the other way.
Goodbye.
I mean, and to think about having a networked security system, a lighting system like that. I mean, think about if you had to wire such a thing. Remember, this is completely wireless. These lights are going to be completely weatherproof and waterproof. You're going to be able to put them wherever you want.
So I can put them, I don't have to have them under a cover or anything. They can just be right on out there.
Exactly. So imagine they don't have to be on the house. They can be towards the back fence in the corner of the yard.
You could put them on the fence post.
You could put them up on a fence post as well, direct that light exactly where you want it. I like it, all those areas of entry. So I have a gate on both sides of the house and then the front door. So putting light there is a great one. I think for so many people, that side of the house can be really dark. So Alice, let's put these lights down again. We're gonna put them face down just so there isn't any accidental motion. And when we bring the lights down, you're gonna see that I'll activate one network and Alice will do one. Alice, yours is the bigger network, so you can activate yours because there'll be the lights in front and then also the lights behind you. So actually, you know what, let me do mine first because I think they have it set up on this shot. So when I activate that, you can see me and that light and then the 3 lights behind me right there, all activated just by motion on that single light. So that's a total of 4 lights, on that network. Now,
look at
Alice,
the coverage area you get with that also.
It's fantastic.
It's a
it really will
area.
brighten it up. And it's going to, again, we know it looks even brighter. The cameras don't see it exactly the same way as your eye will. You will be impressed with this light, this 200 lumens. Now, Alice, you're going to do your network now.
Ready?
So when you lift yours, you do the motion. 4 in front. And now we're going to be able to see the 4 lights behind you that have now lit up, all on that same network. And here's the thing, for everyone out there thinking, how am I going to do this? This is what you're going to do. You're going to mount those brackets with those 3 screws. It is super simple to do. And then once you put the batteries in there, you put them up there, and you're done. Here it is. This is what I was talking about earlier.
Wow.
Imagine driving up to your house, and that's what happens. The lights come on. You walk up to your house. The lights come on. Installation's a breeze. And imagine never having to change those batteries for a year, Alice, a year.
What a great solution. This is a great solution just for your lighting needs. If you just get it because, oh, I've got a little dark spot back here or whatever, great.
Right.
But to be able to connect them effortlessly. Okay, there's nothing you have to do to connect these to make them work in tandem except put it on number one, make all the numbers match. If you want them to work separately, you can put one on number 1 and one on number 2. So you can use it, but then to be able to add up to 50 lights, it's incredible actually to be able to do amazing. A network that big. But buy them today when we have them on the 5 flex payments. Split up those flex payments. You get it home, what is it? Less than $9 on your credit card to get it home. And to really experience true bright light that is wireless, that is motion activated, go to the stores. And what you're going to find are these great big bulky things that either have to be hardwired in, or if they're not hardwired in, they barely look like a match. I mean, they're so dim.
Right, I think.
And they don't connect to each other, so you can't form a system. It's the system to me that makes this work.
Right, just that whole perimeter, that ring around your house where you have that light when you want it. I think we all can have that big spotlight that might go over the garage or over the driveway, and that's great. But now, how do you get light to the areas that don't have power? You're not going to run wires out into the yard. You're not going to be able to put different outlets all across that front porch area that you want to light up. This allows you to do it, and it is so simple. And I want to show you this. Once you actually, let me show you on the, we actually have some mounted right here, and I'll show you that. So they're mounted, and I just undo this one little hand screw, and I can pull the light away. So there's the mounting bracket, and there's your 3 screws. You can do this. It'll take you just a few seconds to do those 3 screws. You're going to put the batteries in there, and then I can just mount that in like that. I tighten that up. Again, that's finger tight, and you're set to go. And I have the other little nut here that I can loosen with my hand, and I can direct this light, and I can position it any way I want, really in such easy amount of time. And the nice thing is, if you want to check out Mr. Beams and you get home your set of 2, it's going to be great. You're going to put them up there, and you're going to say, wow, I have that light when I walk up to the house, and it also lights up the side of the house. And then you're going to think, well, what if I had one more in the backyard, or one more in the other corner, the other perimeter areas of the yard? And all you're going to do is get a couple of more sets. So if you think about that now, how many sets are going to be perfect for you, that they're all going to light up every single time motion is sensed on any one of these lights? And that's pretty neat. I've never seen that before on even wired lights on someone's home where they do that the motion sensors all talk to each other all around the house. Up to 50 lights. It's pretty neat. 50
lights. Now, this is a great time. Like I said, this is why we do flex payment. If you're brand new shopping with this flex payment, it means you get to split up those payments on your credit card. So today you get it home for less than $9. You'll pay tax and shipping and handling on that on the first payment. But that's it, and then you just make the other payments. That's why if you want 2 sets of these, if you want one over the barbecue grill, because frankly, a lot of the critters either go to the barbecue grill or they go to the trash can, right? So
Safety
you put one right there,
Is that what we're saying?
Yes,
you should try it.
absolutely.
It does work. It's so nice.
And then do one in the front. Do one over the, I'm thinking about these for my, I was looking for some lights for when my parents come home at night. This is perfect when they pull the car up. Fabulous idea. Thank you so much, Peter.
Thank you.
It.